कैरेक्टर की अगर हम बात करें, सब सारे कैरेक्टर अलग अलग डिफाइन है, बिल्कुल बहुत क्लियर सबका है कि आप हर कैरेक्टर को याद कर सकते हैं, उनके डायलॉग बिल्कुल अलग हैं, तो उसके लिए
मैं आपको आपको बिल्कुल
Sir Shashank Khaitan. Let's talk to him and see what he has to say about IFFI 2018. Sir.
Hi, how are you? Hi guys.
So firstly, I will say now you are going to have this with Meghna Gulzar and I think more other
Yeah,
people.
other than
Yeah. How excited are you?
Well, it's an interesting session. It's a very interesting topic that we are discussing called calling the shots, women in Bollywood. And they are very renowned film directors and writers. Me, myself being a writer-director, it will be interesting to see that do we face the same challenges or with gender does the challenges change? So it's an exciting one. I'm doing something like this for the first time at IFFI. So I'm quite excited.
So it's your first year at IFFI or?
It is my first time as a director. I've been here as a student years back. In fact, I was part of. I'd come to watch movies when it was IFFI's inaugural year. That time I was a student of cinema. And so yeah, as a filmmaker, this is my first time.
So and what do you have to say about IFFI, overall?
I think it's a great platform for people all across the world to showcase their films, and I think it's a bigger platform for students all across the world and fellow filmmakers to come and watch these movies. I remember my first experience over here, watching the number of movies we get to watch in one particular day, just the entire week that you get to spend here. And I remember so many of those movies having such an impact on me till today. So I think it's a great opportunity for young people to watch movies, for fellow filmmakers to come and watch what their contemporaries across the world are doing. And I think I'm really glad that the government of Goa is supporting this initiative and that we have such a big festival over here. There's something in the air of Goa. Every time you come here, you relax, you have a good time, you want to spend time here. I mean, besides IFFI, I've been here, I can't even count the number of times we've been here. So I think it's just the fact that, the vibe of Goa is one where you can relax, you can just be yourself. And I think that's something which kind of lends itself to the festival as well, because even the people coming here are very relaxed, they're having a good time. It's very unique compared to all film festivals across the world, and I think that's where the landscape of Goa adds value to it. I mean, there have been two definitive films which have really inspired me in life. One is The Shawshank Redemption, because that's the film because of which I really started understanding the power of drama. And the most defining film in my life has been Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, because that's the film which kind of inspired me to become a filmmaker and get into the movies. So yeah, these are the two.
You go and do these atrocious things and it does not ever impact your conscience or your soul. So the entire confrontation which she has with her handler, where she says that before I become totally like you,
उन्होंने मेरे को अंदर बुलाया तो उन्होंने कहा मैम फिल्म तो एडल्ट है, मैंने कहा हाँ बिल्कुल एडल्ट है। फिर दे हैड अ लिस्ट ऑफ जितने अवार्ड्स जीती थी फिल्म, आई थिंक उसकी वजह से वो थोड़े बैकफुट पे थे।
It was very stimulating actually and moderated very well by Shashank, and जो ऑडियंस की तरफ से सवाल आए वो भी बहुत ही engaging थे और मतलब अच्छा लगा। हाँ, बहुत ही रेयर होता है और अच्छा लगा कि उन्होंने ध्यान से हमारी बातें सुनी और हमने उनको बोर नहीं किया, तो अच्छा लगा। Nice session.
For me, it was great to actually, for me, this is what matters. I think just hanging with these two and having this conversation. I mean, आपको लगता है कि you know them, but then through these questions,
These are opportunities you meet. You don't meet in Bombay.
And then you find out there's so many similarities and so many parallels. It's very nice. मुझे चाहे failure हो, अपने काम पे जो अपनी creative conviction है, हाँ, और perseverance की मतलब हार नहीं मानना। वक्त बहुत लगता है, लक का भी एक फैक्टर होता है। यू हैव टू इन दिस इंडस्ट्री आल्सो टू बी एट द राइट प्लेस एट द राइट टाइम, बट अगर आपका काम अच्छा है तो वो ज़्यादा देर नज़रअंदाज नहीं होता है।
Who would you all consider your inspiration?
लाइफ
yeah, absolutely. That's actually usually my answer. It's life. It's many people.
It's life and
regular
many
people,
films.
great people. It could be your neighbor, your friend, another filmmaker, a poet, art. There's 100 things.
Okay.
It can't be one person at least. Yeah, she also said life. I think.
I had one filmmaker who I really looked up to. This was my teenage years when I was a big Meg Ryan fan. Was Nora.
Oh yes.
And
So was I.
It was just so there. I mean, so profound yet so simple.
Yeah.
That was what one aspired to actually.